looking like a jack in the box. Got the CPI hot, got the PPI hot. Yield curves invert, then the bubble gonna pop. Is it ever gonna drop? JP's gotta face the noise. Stage fright, rate hike, few basis points. Inflation, major pain, better make the choice. The Fed talks, spread hogs, better raise them boys. The game deployed the same and the aims avoid letting the plebs win, so we remain employed. Dun, 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 dun. Every day's the same. Wake up and I check if the Fed gon' pivot. Is it over? Cause I'm wrecked. We got Kathy writing letters, losing all respect, and my ledger's getting heavy like a noose around my neck. Do Quan spread, mass terror, a real ass terror. 3 arrows in the back, that's a bad debtor. Give you black mad snacks and your black sweater. Sub-zero flow, that's some bad weather. I bet you never expect Tether to better protect. Cheddar's the best investment in retrospect. Whether you're in BTC or GBP, beat the dust, Dixie up, pump USD and let it dun, 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 dun. I bet you thought I let the boy off scot-free. That's mainstream media, not me. Gonna scream if I see another puff piece. At least report on a criminal properly. No remorse, yeah, let me guess. Money talk, so we can't confess. They wanna hear a couple words on FTX? Yeah, sure. Fuck SBF. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck SBF, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Bears, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Fed, yeah, yeah.
Let me ride that rocket.
Dun, 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 dun. Money printer been running too hot. The Fed just pumped it and coincidentally sold at the top. Gave us that transitory story, disregarded the warnings. That M2 money chart be looking like a jack in the box. Got the CPI hot, got the PPI hot. Yield curves invert, then the bubble gonna pop. Is it ever gonna drop? JP's gotta face the noise. Stage fright, rate hike, few basis points. Inflation, major pain, better make the choice. The Fed talks, spread hogs, better raise them boys. The game deployed the same and the aims avoid letting the plebs win, so we remain employed. Dun, 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 dun. Every day's the same. Wake up and I check if the Fed gon' pivot. Is it over? Cause I'm wrecked. We got Kathy writing letters, losing all respect, and my ledger's getting heavy like a noose around my neck. Do Quan spread, mass terror, a real ass terror. 3 arrows in the back, that's a bad debtor. Give you black mad snacks and your black sweater. Sub-zero flow, that's some bad weather. I bet you never expect Tether to better protect. Cheddar's the best investment in retrospect. Whether you're in BTC or GBP, beat the dust, Dixie up, pump USD and let it dun, 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 dun. I bet you thought I let the boy off scot-free. That's mainstream media, not me. Gonna scream if I see another puff piece. At least report on a criminal properly. No remorse, yeah, let me guess. Money talk, so we can't confess. They wanna hear a couple words on FTX? Yeah, sure. Fuck SBF. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck SBF, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Bears, yeah, yeah. Fuck the Fed,
Lil
yeah,
Bubble,
yeah.
let me ride that rocket.
Dun, 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 dun. Money printer been running too hot. The Fed just pumped it and coincidentally sold at the top. Gave us that transitory inflammatory story. Disregarded the warnings. That M2 money chart be looking like a jack in the box. Got the CPI hot, got the PPI hot. Yield curves invert, then the bubble gonna pop. Is it ever gonna drop? JP's gotta face the noise. Stage fright, rate hike, few basis points. Inflation major pain, better make the choice. The Fed talk, spread hogs, better raise them boys. The game deployed the same and the aims avoid letting the plebs win. So we remain employed. Dun, 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 dun.
Lovely internet friends, welcome once again, episode 148. Yes, we've been going strong since the very early beginning of the previous bull run, and now we're deep into the bear, and things are not looking well at all. But we're gonna get to that. Shout out to Little Bubble, the new song. You were listening to it on a loop. Is pretty awesome. The lyrics are a lot of fun if you're in the market, so go check it out. It's Little Bubble on YouTube. You can find him on Spotify as well. Huge shout out. Sporting some, where is it here? Grape Athens DAO, Grape Rare Hacker House hoodie. If you look at the back, I think it has something cool on the back, right? Yeah. So yeah, it has the coordinates like every hacker house that's endorsed by Solana. Has the coordinates of the event on Google Maps, and it follows the classic style. So if you have one of those, you're a huge Grape OG. If you don't have one of those, make sure to attend the next Athens DAO, because DAOs are gonna be continue. DAOs are gonna continue building. The people are gonna continue organizing themselves in a DAO fashion, and I think the whole thing is going to advance. Technology is being built, especially on Solana, at least from the few things I know. I urged everybody to go watch the Sebastian Bohr talk on the last day of Breakpoint. It is online. You can go check it out. And it's pretty interesting what's coming. So, yeah, lots of cool things to talk about. It's going to be a short episode. It's going to be a Christmas episode. It's going to be a bear episode. All these little things. What do we need to talk about? First of all, I need to remind you that we're in a bear market a little bit. Tell you a couple of things that are looking kinda bearish even more. And they look like they're going to extend the bear period that we're going through. A couple of thoughts about Solana, a couple of thoughts about the FUD that's going on, a few words about the Radium hack, a few words about the 75 devs that remain on Solana claim. What else? Definitely go through few Grape updates, Grape DAO updates. A couple of important things that I hope people like wake up and vote and express their opinion, because it's important. The DAO treasury has $500,000 in stablecoin. It's double the market cap of the coin. There are lots of cool things happening, so I urge you to participate. And what else? Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Let me see. I had some notes. Maybe talk a little bit about the state of the market, the NFT market, on the Solana NFT market, of course, and maybe talk a little bit about some gods announcements that my eye caught. Nothing very important. Not a lot of things are happening, and we're mostly focusing on negative things. We're focusing on the SBF fiasco and SBF and friends. We're focusing on the scrutiny of exchange reserves, and there's like a lot of regulation being talked about, so mostly negative things. But it's even more negative because rates are going up. The Federal Reserve has announced that it's not going to stop raising the interest rates, which means the market was expecting that in the next session they would announce that they've reached kind of the target, or they're close to their target in interest rates, and we would expect a little bit the market conditions to change, the market sentiment in a way. But I feel that the totality of the market had priced in such an announcement that from the Federal Reserve that would say that, hey, we are close to the top on interest rates. But I think for the foreseeable future, we're gonna see rate hikes, and this is gonna drive markets, and especially speculative and tail risk exposures. They're gonna drive them to even lower levels, and lower levels also in people's portfolios. Obviously, this means so. I don't see any interest coming into crypto anytime soon. At the same time, people are building, and Ethereum is actually looking strong and looking solid. They're going for the next hard fork. Uh, it's it's a great journey that Ethereum has gone through. So I'm looking mostly at Ethereum. From the L1s that I'm looking at is, as I've told you, and I prefer to be wrong and make money than try to be right. So I'm looking at Cardano. They are the least affected. At the same time, I'm not buying anything. I'm staying on stables. I'm moving my stables back to Ethereum, as I've told everybody. And as always, my main chunk the main chunk of my portfolio is in Bitcoin. So not many changes. Bought a little bit of Ethereum, as I told you last week. I haven't bought any more. I'm expecting the whole market to go lower, which means I have ammunition to buy lower levels in Ethereum and Bitcoin. And I'm not looking to increase my bags in Solana. For those that were asking, I'm not gonna sell, but I'm not gonna buy any more. I see Batteries asking about Cosmos. I'm very happy with Cosmos. I'm very happy with Cosmos in terms of what Cosmos is kind of doing. At the same time, I'm not very happy with Cosmos's marketing. The fact that they have no participation in the current narrative. Like they have no NFT scene. Their DeFi scene is extremely weak. Their stablecoin issuance is extremely not there. So that was that. For those that don't know, I'm an investor in Cosmos. Atom is the ticker since their ICO. It was 27th of March 2017. Coins were locked for 2 years. I bought quite a lot back then. I thought I bought X amount, and I ended up finding out that I bought 10x, and that was a very pleasant surprise. Since then, I've made quite a lot of money playing around in the Cosmos ecosystem. Made a lot of money with Osmosis. I made a lot of money from another airdrop that I don't even remember it. Evmos. Yeah, that thing. And the thing is, I actually played in their DeFi and participated in liquidity pools where one side was Atom, the other side was Osmo, and that was Cosmos and Osmosis pools. And I had a very, very kind of risk-averse strategy where I would just get my Osmosis rewards from the pools and immediately convert them into Cosmos until I got double what I invested in Osmosis in the very first day that it launched. Plus, I had a sizable airdrop. So I'm very happy with how Cosmos has treated me. At the same time, I'm a little bit sad that Cosmos is kind of refusing to participate in the shape of the narrative. They're refusing to actually create some kind of marketing agency or something to do to tell the world that, hey, you see, Binance Chain, this is actually stepping on Cosmos technology. This is part of the Cosmos hub, which they decided not to participate in any kind of governance, network upgrades and stuff like that. It's fine. But Nobody knows these things, and it's because it's the same issue that we talked last stream a little bit about, which says that during bull runs, it's very important for your L1 to have some kind of frontman, some kind of captain, some kind of persona that kind of embodies what the chain is all about. In our case, Solana case was SBF, together with Anatoly, but SBF was 10 times bigger than Anatoly in every way. Which was a huge slap for our ecosystem. Ethereum was Vitalik, who's holding himself very well in public. He's not doing ridiculous things. He's not showing off. He doesn't want his name to be so well known. Bitcoin has elusive Satoshi Nakamoto. Cardano has Charles Hoskinson. Algorand has the Nobel guy, the Italian guy. So everybody has some kind of frontman. Cosmos has nobody. Cosmos says we have no CEO, we have no frontman, we have no offices, we're a DAO, we're this and that. Yeah, okay. In bullruns, the other guys with the captains seem to be winning. People feel closer. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it multiple times in multiple bullruns. The frontmen in those L1s play a pivoting role. Like, do you remember Monero's Riccardo Spagni, Fluffy Pony? The moment he faded away. You listen like so much less about Monero. It's not mentioned anymore. He used to have podcasts. He used to be shouting around. He used to create these funny jokes about the yachting accidents where he lost his keys. And he was like a cool South African persona to have around. Don't give him much credit, but he was just a fun influencer guy. Cosmos doesn't have one. We spoke way too much about this one. Drinking an espresso in a evil eye kind of Greek little cup. So yeah, Cosmos. I'm holding my Cosmos. I'm staking my Cosmos, and I'm kind of claiming my stake rewards every month, and then I restake them. I'm using some random validator that has good reputation and very low downtime. I'm not participating in any DeFi products. I have, like, on my browser, if we look at my computer later, I have a little tab where I have all the Cosmos airdrops, so I don't forget about them and where to look for the Cosmos airdrops. Just because I've been a staker since day one and I've participated in the ICO and never sold. I've sold quite a lot of Cosmos, but never sold my initial investment. It grew so much, so this is still staked. I'm receiving. I'm part of every airdrop. So yeah, that's about Cosmos. So for the new people here, first of all, welcome. Thank you for being here during the bear times. My portfolio looks like the following: Bitcoin is about 55 to 60%. Then it's stablecoin. We were lucky together with the stream. We sold nearly the top on Solana. Was 200, 218, 220, and I even told you, are you ready for Solana at 18? Anything that goes so high, guys, will drop, and you can't get greedy. And market cycles don't last forever. And yeah, we can all hope for super cycles and narratives coming from 3 Arrow Capital guys. Yeah, we should exercise our risk management not according to those kind of views. We should filter out this noise. There is a theory, and hear me out. There is a theory. There is a very fun theory that says that you shouldn't be looking at the news at all. The news is 99% noise. You shouldn't even try to filter out this noise. It's impossible to completely filter it out. What you need to be looking is mostly at past and recent past performance, where other people have already filtered out what's noise, and they've kind of showed what's causing movements and what's important and what the outcome is, and then by looking at the recent past, you can judge from the price movement and all these things. Yeah. Again, just a theory. Don't be careful. Be careful with the super cycles. So yes, Bitcoin's first, stable coins, and I'm moving them slowly, everything to Ethereum. So Ethereum stable coins. Third is Ethereum. Fourth is Cosmos. And fifth is Solana. Solana used to be second at some point. Things have changed. And after that, it's just shitcoins. And yeah, everybody has shitcoins. Everybody has their own little reasons and their own little hopes and dreams and shattered dreams and shitcoin, like trash bags. So don't look at people's shitcoins. Really. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Play safe, especially during those bear times. Just stay on your toes, stay aware, continue reading, continue interacting, but nothing is investment grade at the moment. Honestly, sit on your cash if you have any. Yeah, what else should we say? Solana FUD. Solana FUD is going strong at the moment. And I understand why. It's fucking scary. But Solana has more than 75 developers, active developers. I've spoken to, I don't know, about 30, 35 the past couple of weeks only. Just reaching out to partners and friends from the hacker houses and the hackathons and grape friends that are working on the space. And we call them, hey guys, are you alright? Is everything okay? Were you affected and this and that? How are the VCs? How are the treasuries? How is this? How is that? And yeah, lots of people have taken hits, but very few. Like, I can think of a couple. I don't want to go public on it because I don't know if it's public or not. I know a couple that have given up in case, they've said we're going to come back when the time is right. But at the moment, yeah, we're chilling. But it's for sure many more than 35. And like so many new wallets are popping up. Dusties and from Dust Labs and then the backpack one, and then we have the Ultimate Money one, and then we have the newer one. I don't remember it. Who else is building a new one? I don't remember. Someone I did not expect to be building a wallet is actually coming up with a wallet. So yeah, more than 75 developers. At the same time, people are eating from their stacks. There's no new investment in the space at the moment. There's nothing. I know a couple of projects trying to raise, and they're having a very, very hard time. And I'm talking about the Solana ecosystem here. So it's not looking well in terms of general investment in the Solana space. Devs are not leaving. Devs have quite a lot of runway, at least those that I've spoken to. And they will continue building, and they have some really awesome roadmaps. And I hope everything turns out well, and we don't have any new extreme black swans attacking us. At the same time, our cheerleader frontman SBF is gone. Our main source of liquidity and investment is gone. One of the most central parts of Solana's narrative was Serum and the unified order book. I know they've forked it, but the Serum team is the same as the FTX team, and they're gone. At the same time, Radium vulnerability, it was a hack. This was not some kind of code exploit. This was not some kind of little window that was left open, or some whatever super hacker that found a backdoor. No, that was the team's multisig was compromised. It's like you losing your key. So 3 out of the 5 keys, I'm not sure. That doesn't matter. It was enough keys to move funds. And I've spoken to the Radium people. They're lovely people. They're smart. They're fast. They're savvy. They know of markets. They know of crypto. And they're early into Solana, way earlier than we've seen them since. Like, they're not since February 2022. They're way earlier. And I like them personally. But this doesn't mean that I'll give them any kind of alibi. And having an OPSEC failure is impossible to verify. So X amount of liquidity was pulled and liquidated, and then transferred into whatever stablecoin, and then moved out. Sure, I can only take your word. I'm not saying they're lying in any way. I'm just saying that that's how the situation is. So yeah, multisig keys compromised, money moved, and we call it a hack. I hope they continue. But it doesn't look good for Solana. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. It's just adding on the narrative, and we're in the moment. We're in a moment of crazy collapse where any bad news is going to be amplified, and any good news is going to be lost into the sea of FUD and terrible expectations. So expect things to go lower. Don't buy any Solana. If you're active in the Solana ecosystem, if you're active in the NFT Solana space, don't sell your Solana. There's no reason. Solana is good tech. It works. And the roadmap is bright. And their pivot to mobile stuff and dApp stores and allowing the developing world that mostly interacts from smartphones to participate in the Solana NFT space and DeFi space and all these things. That's a positive thing for Solana. That's a positive thing. Solana has other narratives going for her, but at the moment, it's not investment grade. And of course, don't take any advice from people on the internet. This is not financial advice. I'm just thinking out loud here that, hey, and this is what I am doing. What I'm doing is, I'm not selling my Solana, but I'm not buying any dips. I've sold enough Solana. Any Solana I have is profit. If your crypto portfolio is not profit, and it's tied in some kind of debt, nothing I say applies. You should have a very different kind of risk profile where your number one goal is to cover that, and you should be risk averse, especially during bear times. So yeah, thick accents. Don't take advice from people on the internet. Don't take financial advice in general from people. You should go to professionals, and they need to be. You need to be able to hold them accountable for what they advise you. So me telling you, hey, go buy that shitcoin and it tanks, there's no repercussion in me. Nothing happens to me. Like, I don't even need to own it. The only important information you can extract from someone is if you see his portfolio. You don't need to ask questions. Like, especially before, you're like, hey, show me your portfolio, and then you can extract some information about that person, about the state of the market he thinks we are in, etc. But just don't seek advice online. I see Butter is asking if I'm not if I'm interested in layer 2s and rollups. No, not interested. No, I'm not interested in wrapping my stuff into something else. I'm not interested in having to hop through protocols in order to exit. I don't think this is very time sensitive. Like, yes, you can make great profits from L2s, for sure, 100%. But if you miss that window, you're fucked. And I would prefer to go to go one layer above and think about it like that. Say that for layer 2s to be successful, forget about upgrades. For layer 2s to be successful, Ethereum needs to be successful. Because these layer 2s are actually basing their whole narrative, their whole go-to-market strategy, their whole thing is that Ethereum is king, Ethereum has all the liquidity, Ethereum has all the power, and it's so crazily good that it's getting congested and it's not allowing for the promised land to be reached. So why don't you just invest in Ethereum, right? Isn't it safer? Because you've already gone like a couple of layers down the rabbit hole. You've already, first of all, you've said risky assets are going to go up. Everything is going to go up. They all move together. They're all correlated, like 100%. They're close to one. They're like so you're making this assumption. Your second assumption is that the smart contract, world computer, etc., thing is powerful enough and is going to be dominating the next cycle as well, where it could possibly be reputation tokens, soulbound tokens, it could be privacy coins, it could be any other form of narrative, it could be NFTs and DAOs and other things and non-financials. You have no fucking clue what's gonna happen. So and then you're basing that your L2 is going to be the solution that we haven't even seen the problems that the next bull run is going to present us as problems, so the brilliant teams can solve it. What I suggest is relax, don't make any bets, keep your eyes open for the next black swan that's gonna hit us, and stick to what's working, stick to Bitcoin, stick to Ethereum. Wait for the new technology to be out. Wait to see where the money is going, because following the money is always the right way of doing the bull run, especially the beginning of the bull run. So if you see total values locked, if you see some kind of new metric that yeah, just take a look. Just take a look. I like how Riho puts it. It's L2s is like a risky leveraged ETH long, and I don't think we're in the time to do that. It's not the right time, just not now. So yeah, Solana FUD. Not true. Solana has more than 75 developers, but might as well FUD Solana because it's kind of fucked. I love the Solana ecosystem. I'm staying here. I'm gonna continue trying to make DAOs great again, and continue vibing with my fellow Solana friends. And hopefully, we're gonna meet in various hacker houses around the world. But it's not investment grade. Investment grade, in my opinion. What else? Grape updates. I promised you grape updates. Just a quick reminder that grape has a rich kind of culture on discussing things and actually bringing on the table some concepts that have never been even thought about before. So there is a vote at the moment happening in the Grape discourse for now, which is going to lead into a discussion and will end up into an on-chain vote. But at the moment, there is a discussion about transferring the server ownership. Server ownership is tied together with the Grape DAO vision. And the Grape DAO vision is extremely important because it dictates where money is going to be sent, what kind of expenses Grape is going to incur. And Grape has over $500,000 to play with these things, the Grape DAO. So the ownership is a very huge responsibility. And since today, and for the time being, Dean Machine has the server ownership. He created the server. He still has the server. He has put the vote back in summer, I think. If anybody wants that server ownership, in order to actually have an even more decentralized culture, this needs to be discussed, and everybody agreed that Dean Machine should keep that role. Dean Machine is, for his own reasons, wants to stop having this responsibility. And there are a couple of volunteers. And there's an interesting discussion happening. And I urge, again, everybody to go take a look at Discourse, at the Grape Discourse. Let me change my desk here. Here we go. So if you go to dao.grapenetwork.org, you're going to get to our Discourse page. And you'll see a second, because latest about Discord ownership, and you'll see a huge discussion and a huge proposal from Taki Sol to actually take the server ownership and redefine Grape. And it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. So please go ahead and participate. Take a look at what's happening. Take a look at where the money is being spent. Take a look a little bit on the behaviors on Discord. Join one of the DAO calls to see what people are discussing. It's cool stuff. It's really cool stuff. I'm also preparing an answer. I am still thinking if it's too harsh, and my second thought is if I care if my answer sounds too harsh. We'll get there. You'll get there. Stay tuned in order to find out what's going to happen with the server ownership. It's a lot of fun. And lastly, what do you want to talk? Want to talk a bit about the NFT market, which is going pretty strong if you think about what's going on the Solana ecosystem. The gods are holding pretty well, Utes are holding pretty well, Solana monkey business is holding pretty well, all the rest are doing pretty fine as well. And I like that the gods are actually going strong, building lots of things. They are coming out with a wallet. They're coming out with a staking mechanic that allows you to lock your NFT in order to actually extract the dust from it. And if you need to participate in in an NFT mint, which requires dust, and your NFT has, let's say, from 300 dust, you've already collected 200, but so you have 100 dust remaining that is going to. It requires another 2 months of staking in order to get random numbers. And there is a mint, a very hyped mint, that requires you to have 300 dust. So you're missing 100. So what allows what the new system will allow you to do is will allow you to lock the god for the duration required in order to farm that 100 dust, and then get a loan in dust and participate in that raffle, participate in that whatever. So you can lock it and take in advance your reward, your stake reward. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome dynamic. Also, they announced that every youth and every god will have the option to actually change genders. And they came up with 2 unique genders out of the many, right? So we have the classic male and the classic female, and and it will require dust for you to change from one to the other. Again, cool little things. They're back into royalties, of course. Cool little experiments, cool little thought experiments. Let's see what their IP experiment is going to yield. Let's stay tuned on the NFT market. I'm extremely bearish. I think everybody is trading the narrative of the previous bull cycle. I think it's anybody who's buying NFTs now in order and swiping the floors and getting like NFTs that are expensive, expecting to make 1000x, is like buying Tezos, EOS, Neo, Pivex, what's it called? Dash during the previous cycle. Really. Like, oh, look at this. Neo has dropped. Let's buy a lot of Neo because Neo used to be X. So, don't take any bets. Just watch what's happening. Stay positive. Don't take huge risks. I miss the good times. I miss the good times when we used to go to the coin market cap and check the historical snapshots and see like, oh, we're in a huge bull market. Look at it. It's 20 times lower than it's 20 times higher than last year. Look at last year's price. We're so high. It's crazy. I miss those days. I really do. And guys, it's a matter of when, not a matter of if. Just stay strong, stay solvent, stay rational, and enjoy. On that note, I'm gonna wish you a Merry Christmas. I'll see you next week, and spread the love. Yeah, short episodes, guys. Short episodes. If you have any questions, just shoot me here. Shoot me on the YouTube comments, on the Grape Discord, on Twitter. Come on, I'll see it. You know where to find me. I love you all, and I hope to see you on the next one. Going to play some Warzone. Woo! Have you seen there's a cat over there? Can't move from the gym. Here, let's say hi to Atoshi. Atoshi. Hi. Satoshi. You tolerate me. Thank you. Thank you for tolerating me. And as a true degen, I sport a degen hat. And I salute you.